Hello everyone, a very good afternoon to all of you and welcome for today's session. Thank you so much to all of you to joining today's session. I would like to introduce today's resource person, Dr. Amaya Tanavade, who will present today's topic on Bitcoin. So, without wasting any time, now I start the introduction of the Dr. Amaya sir.
Good for me. Lately I was feeling like I need a purpose. When you talk to me, give me the impression that I won't scratch your surface. I could walk for days, searching for a place. But is it even there to find?
Hello all, welcome to today's session. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce one of our resource persons today, Chartered Accountant Dr. Amay Tanavade. Amay Tanavade is a Chartered Accountant by profession. He holds PhD in the field of accountancy from the University of Mumbai. He has also done BCom. Mentioned here that he has also qualified in the NGC NET exam. Tanavade comes with 10 years of experience. He is working with the Chandas Saraf College of Arts and Commerce, Degree College, Mumbai, for the last 10 years and has handled various teaching and administrative responsibilities. He is also associated with Parle Tilak Vidyalaya Association's Institute of Management and ICFAI Media School, Mumbai as a visiting faculty. So a visiting faculty at the prestigious Wellington Institute of Management for some time. Throughout his career, he has taught subjects like accounts, costing, mercantile, and business law, audit to commerce and CA students. He has also taught legal and tax, financial regulation, and financial management to management students. Dr. Tan 3 years of corporate experience working with contractor Nayak and Kishanwala CA firm as an audit manager. Dr. Tanavade has published 11 research papers in various national and international journals. He was nominated as Board of Studies in the Faculty of Accounting and Finance for CK Thakur College. He has been a winner at Avishkar Research Convention and he is consistently Marathi Literary Association and arranged various cultural programs on Marathi literature and celebrated Marathi Bhasha Divas every year with unique ideas. Dr. Tanavade has been a regular columnist at Parlekar magazine published from Mumbai. He has also written and published stories and poems on various topics in Pratilipi app. He has also been an author, poet, and blog writer at WordPress.com. He is a passionate cricket lover and a fascinating reader of ancient Indian mythology and literature. Dr. Amay Tanavade believes in continuous self-development to adapt to fast and ever-changing management skills. He understands the essence of teamwork and accepting new and challenging assignments. We are truly privileged to have Dr. Amay Tanavade with us today. I appeal to all the participants to make best use of this session. Thank you.
Without further ado, we will turn the time over to CA Amaya sir. Sir, please start with the session. Now I hand over the meeting to Dr. Amaya sir. Sir, you can continue the meeting.
Yes, thank you, madam. Am I audible clearly?
Yes, sir, you are audible clearly.
Okay. So let me start with my presentation.
Yes, sir, you can.
Yeah. Thank you. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, sir, your screen is visible.
Okay. So at the outset, I would like to thank members of organizing committee for giving me this opportunity uh, to speak on these two topics. Uh, I know very well that being a last resource person, I'm standing between you and a beautiful Sunday evening, okay, in this winter season, which you would love to spend with your loved ones, okay. So without wasting much of your time, okay, let's start with our topics, okay. As already it is told in the introduction, I'm going to talk on two topics, okay. One is Bitcoin, okay, mine it, and second is Ponzi schemes, beware of it. Okay. So these are the two topics on which I'm going to talk. Of course, all of you are aware, let's say, that 1 hour is very short period, okay, for us to, cover both topics in detail. But I will try my level best to cover the best out of it. So you will understand both topics. Okay. So let's begin with my presentation. Let me begin. Okay. Now see this, students. Uh, Evolution of money. As in this slide, we can see evolution of money. See, when mankind started with business activity, okay, we don't know exactly how many thousand years of ago. It was firstly with barter exchange. Man used to exchange whatever he had in excess against whatever he was not having. So firstly, it was a barter. Okay. From barter, it happened like that, that precious metals was the metals, and then the precious metals like gold and silver were discovered. And then it was like uh, people started dealing in precious metals like gold and silver as a medium of exchange. If you remember, in all old stories, all our great kings, they used to mint gold coins and use as a medium of exchange. And it was a symbol of their status also. Okay. But in today's era, it is very difficult that we use gold as a medium of exchange. It is difficult to carry in our wallets also. Okay, just imagine you go to Domino's or Pizza Hut and you eat or you order for a pizza worth rupees 500, and for that you give them say gold or gold bullion, and gold price, all of you are aware, around 4,000 per gram. So difficult, inconvenient also. So from metal current coins, okay, then we shifted to, for the sake of convenience, to paper currency. Now understand everyone, say after World War II, Second World War, by the end of World War, okay, all currencies of the all countries were linked to US dollar. Basic reason, okay, post World War II, the domination of US in the world politics and domination of US dollar in let's say world economy, okay, and the US dollar, let me tell you, was linked with gold reserves, their gold reserves, and that was a system followed by all other countries also. But in 1971, when President Reagan was there, okay, sorry, Nixon was there, okay, he abolished that system of let's linking the dollars with the gold reserve. Okay, I guess something is in chat box. Let me check something. Okay, nothing. So it was there. US government abolished that system of linking the dollar with the gold reserve. And then later on, every country was free to print currency notes. Okay. But again, it depends on your foreign reserves and let's say debts and GDP rate and whatnot. Otherwise, it will turn out to be economics lecture. Okay. So paper currency. Now our journey from paper currency has not now gone to plastic currency like cards. All of us use debit card, credit card, and everything like that. And from that, we have come to electronic money in the form of e-wallets. Okay. And from e-wallet, now our journey is going towards cryptocurrency, which is our main topic for today's discussion. Okay. Again, I guess there is some question. Okay. Yes. So this is the evolution of money from barter to crypto. Okay, that is the case. Okay, now let's go ahead. Let me go to the next slide. Understand. Just now we have learned that. Just now we have learned what is currency. Currency is nothing but medium of exchange for goods or services. Okay, which we need to use in our day-to-day transactions. Okay, but in any country, our currency is basically, let's say, controlled by, monitored by, or whatever you say, by central bank of that country. Okay, like in our case, we have RBI. In India, we have RBI. Say in case of USA, we have Federal Reserve System. Okay, but it is controlled by central bank of that country. And when we say central bank, ultimately, central bank of that country is dominated by or controlled by, or the policy decisions are taken by government regulations. Okay, so again, it is all linked, like our money. Okay, we keep in banks. Okay, and say one fine day, some the news comes that particular bank has become bankrupt. Bank has become bankrupt. Or if you remember, all of us remember that 2016 note ban declared by the central government. Let's not get into the politics of it. But our money, let's say within 4 hours, 85% of currency was taken away from, let's say, normal use. So when that thing happens, okay, we start believing that, okay, even our money is not safe. Then what about currency without any national boundary? And that is what is called as cryptocurrency. Okay, so this is the, let's say, evolution from currency, and why, let's say, we are now creating a base to learn about what do you mean by cryptocurrency and what it is. Okay, so let us go for it, students. Okay, next part. See, cryptocurrency. Okay, and basically, as our topic, see, there are many cryptocurrencies, but our topic, we are going to focus only and only on bitcoins. Okay, now Satoshi Nakamoto, he presented one paper on internet, mind well, in which he mentioned about uh, the currency without any boundaries. Okay, that was a basic purpose for dealing in any particular transaction or for transfer of funds. So that was a basic idea, and he wrote this paper way back in 2008. Now let me tell you the image which you are observing right now or watching right now. Okay, um, it is something which is right now available on the internet, and I felt like using that in this PPT. But till today, we are not sure that whether Satoshi Nakamoto is name of one person or it's a group. Okay, so we are not sure about it. Okay, so still it is not covered, but just to give you idea, if you today also, if you Google, you get this image. Okay, but rather than image, what is more important is a purpose behind this concept. Okay, that we don't want any currency which is regulated by any central bank of a particular country or a particular government regulatory body or a particular government, and which suddenly takes away all money from us, or any particular bank which fails or something like that. That is the basic reason behind introduction of cryptocurrency. See, basic meaning of the term crypto. Crypto means hidden or secret. That is the meaning. Okay, so this is the idea behind invention of cryptocurrency. Now let us learn few things about cryptocurrency. Okay, first is currency without boundary of any particular nation. Okay, so no country rules that cryptocurrency. It is not like US dollar. We immediately understand it is based, it is controlled by US government, not INR, controlled by say Indian government, UK sterling pounds, not like that. Okay, so currency without boundary of a nation. Okay, that is nothing but cryptocurrency is. The currency which is not regulated, just now I said, by any central bank or any government regulatory. Then currency which is virtual and intangible in nature. You cannot touch it. Like all of you right now also must be having some currency notes, currency coins in your wallet. You can touch them, you can feel them. Okay, no, it's not so. Okay, it is in the system. So it is virtual in nature. You may find it in a hard drive or in a cloud or say in a computer. Okay, so it is virtual in nature. Okay, and intangible in nature. Okay, that is the basic nature or feature of a cryptocurrency. Currency which is operated through computer system. It is not like that you go to bank and withdraw or something like that. Everything happens through computer system. There's a proper program for that. Mind well, students. Okay, so it is operated through computer system. Currency which is used for transaction or transfer of money and help with the help of complex mathematical equations. See, basic purpose, as rightly said in his paper, that we want such currency which can be used even for transactions. Okay, as of now it is not that way regularly accepted in the society throughout the world, I would say. Okay, for transaction or something like that. But there are countries in western countries, they have accepted payments even in bitcoins. Okay, and it happens with the help of complex mathematical equation. Now what do you mean by that? We are going to learn in the coming slides, don't worry about that. Okay, that definitely I'm going to explain. All bitcoin transactions are kept and can be seen on a distributed ledger. Now what do you mean by that? Suppose A wants to make payment to B and both of them are on let's say bitcoin network. So there will be something called as distributed ledger, where A will entry that this much amount is payable to B, and B will also make entry that this much amount is receivable from A, and that can be seen by all those who are on bitcoin network. All those, of course, all details of that transaction are not visible. Okay, and it is encrypted. Now again, let's say, let me use this term, encrypted with public key and private key. Now those who are having a IT background, they are aware about they must be aware about this. Okay, but that entire information of all possible transaction, wherever दुनिया में किधर भी वो transaction होगा, if you are on bitcoin network, you will come to know about it. Okay, so all bitcoin transactions are kept and can be seen on a distributed ledger. Okay, to maintain its value. See, understand, for anything, let's say why gold is so much precious and why its value always goes up. Okay, sometimes hardly it comes down, but why? Because it is because of scarcity of the gold in the world. Whenever any particular thing which is scarce, or let's say it is less in quantity, then only its demand goes up, its value also goes up. So Satoshi Nakamoto also maintained that to maintain the value of the let's say Bitcoin and its demand, the maximum Bitcoin also they have set up in the algorithm. Okay, that at any point of time, not more than 21 million Bitcoins will be in circulation, and for your knowledge, out of which already 90% are mined, already mined. So just 10% Bitcoins are pending. Okay, that we need to understand. An algorithm is set in such a manner that last Bitcoin will be mined in the year 2040. Okay, so still good amount of let's say we are just in 2021. 2140 is a, but the algorithm is set in such a manner that once one Bitcoin is mined, the different level goes up for mining the second. What is mining and all? Of course, I'm going to come to that. Okay. Uh, Now, these are some other currencies or cryptocurrencies. Okay. You can see the feature of any cryptocurrency. Like in this image, cryptocurrency is a digital money created from the code. Okay, how that code gets created, of course, we'll see. The cryptocurrency economy is monitored by peer-to-peer internet protocol. So I would say 99% it is difficult. So far, it has never happened, and it is very difficult. The algorithm is set in such a manner that it will be hacked or something wrong will be done. Then it is encrypted with a string or of a hash or encoded of 1 unit. Okay, that is in public ledger, distributed public ledger. Now these are the main cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or it is also called as Ether. Then Ripple is another one. Okay, let me tell you that in 2020, this is the most invested asset. Now, all of us know what happened in 2020 in the entire world. Okay, but let's say it is the most invested asset in the 2020, considering the fact that it has a store value. Not now, right now, we are not using it in day-to-day exchanges, but it has a store value. So considering that, but these are not the only three, let's say, cryptocurrencies available. Okay, let me tell you, though it was started with Bitcoin, but as of in the beginning of year 2020, there were more than 2000 cryptocurrencies available. So just see how the let's say there is a shift in people's preference, okay, from the normal currency to uh, cryptocurrency. Okay, so this is what observe in this particular slide. Now let us understand. Let us understand how this Bitcoin functions. Okay, how Bitcoin functions. To make you understand, let me take very simple and interesting example. Suppose, suppose Anushka Sharma. Okay, she has signed, suppose, one film with Yashraj Films, or she has acted in one film with Yashraj Films. She has already done her work, and now the Karta Dharta of Yashraj Films, Aditya Chopra, he wants to make payment to Anushka not in INR but in Bitcoins. Assume that. Okay. Now, how it will work? And both of them, first of all, they need to be on Bitcoin network, then only, otherwise not. Okay. Now, how it will work? As I said in my previous slide, okay, there will be something called as distributed ledger, in which Anushka also will make entry, okay, that whatever her fees for one movie is receivable from Yashraj Films, that is Aditya Chopra, and even Aditya Chopra will make entry that this much money is payable to her, okay, and that can be observed and watched by everyone who are on the Bitcoin network. Okay, now somebody to confirm that, somebody must confirm that yes, this much is receivable and this much is payable. Okay, now what to do? Okay, that somebody who actually, verifies and confirm this transaction in the terminology of Bitcoin is called as miner. Okay, who confirms that yes, this much is receivable, this much is payable, and then he actually gives effect to that transaction. Such person is called as miner, and in this case, say this miner is Virat. Okay, so he will confirm, he will go through the entire transaction, and once he confirms, okay, there will be a block created for that transaction. Okay, for every transaction there will be a block, okay, where the entries will be made, and after verification, so that block gets affixed to a transaction previously happened between, say, Anushka and Aditya Chopra. Okay, so this is the, let's say, in a very primary manner I have tried to, I hope you must have liked this example. Okay, how the functioning of Bitcoin happens. Now I just said about the creation of the block. Okay, how that happens, see this. Okay, how mining takes place. That miner here in our example, you know that I told that Virat, okay, is a miner. How the mining takes place. See the picture, they're actually showing that Bitcoin is being mined. Okay. So miner is a person, as I said, who solves critical equation between two users of Bitcoin. And see, it is not so. Don't be under impression when I said critical equation. It is like, in simple terms, like a variable solving. it is not so that the miner takes the paper and pen and let's say start solving. It is not so. It's a complex equation. A lot of computing work is required. Okay. And when he does that, when he confirms that yes, this transaction is correct, the Bitcoin should be transferred. What he gets as a reward, he also gets the Bitcoins. Okay. But what is required, that huge let's say computers with a lot of computing skills, and let's say it is called a mining farms where all such computers are being stored and they work for confirming all these transactions. So please remember this one more terminology, mining farms. Okay, so he gets that. Now for confirming in Bitcoins, the maximum time limit set is 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes. But within 10 minutes, the confirmation, you get the confirmation. Let me tell you for Ethereum, which we have seen in the earlier slide, it is around 4 minutes. And there are some other cryptocurrencies where it is in hardly few seconds also. But our topic is related to Bitcoin, so I'm sticking to Bitcoin. So 10 minutes is the maximum time for transaction. Okay. Now for each transaction, as I said, the block is created. That who is a receiver, who is a payer. Okay. That block is created. And a series of such blocks are called as blockchain. Okay. So once you confirm, see one thing for sure, understand, like suppose you issue check to somebody. Okay. You can still, before that person actually encashes that, you can go stop payment option or something like that. Here, the transaction is confirmed, reversal of that transaction is not possible. So please keep in mind that particular part. Okay, please keep in mind that particular part. Now, let's see how the blockchain operates. As I said, it's a little complex thing to understand how blockchain operates. Let us go through the following video. I'm going to show you one small video. And for this blockchain technology and high level, highly advanced knowledge of computer science and mathematics required. But one simple video I have found, which I would like to show you. Okay. So just go through this video. Just wait. Is it audible? Is it audible to all? Hello? Is it audible? Yes? Okay. Oh, Hello, is it audible? Because I have received one chat that it is not. I hope you can hear. Hello, uh, madam. If let's say no, now was it audible? Hello, I have increased.
No, sir. The video is
Okay,
not audible.
okay. I will just increase the volume. Don't worry. Completely, you're not heard. Hello, you people couldn't hear it at all. Hello.
No, sir.
Okay, I will start it from the beginning. Just tell me. Now, now was it? Just wait. Now was it audible? Hello. Was it audible? Hello.
No, sir.
No. Let me check because volume is full. Okay, I have to change the settings, I guess. Hello.
Yes, sir.
What to do? Can anyone help me in this? Okay, I will just wait. Just wait. I will just do this. I will just stop share and let's say I will show you that. Just give me a minute. I will show you that. Don't worry. Just wait, students. I will do that. Now audible? Now audible? Hello? Hello? Now are they audible? Let's say hello.
Sir, you are audible, sir.
Okay, let me check the setting. Just
Okay.
let me check the setting. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Stop share. Now perhaps it will not happen. Just give me a minute. Just wait. Just wait. Yeah. Perhaps now you will be able to hear that. Now just check.
Blockchains are incredibly popular nowadays. But what is a blockchain? How do
Hello?
they work?
Now clear?
What
Yes, sir. It is now audible.
Yeah. Just go through it.
problems do they solve? And how can they be used? Like the name indicates, a blockchain is a chain of blocks that contains information. This technique was originally described in 1991 by a group of researchers and was originally intended to timestamp digital documents so that it's not possible to backdate them or to tamper with them, almost like a notary. However, it went by mostly unused until it was adapted by Satoshi Nakamoto in 2009 to create the digital cryptocurrency Bitcoin. Now, a blockchain is a distributed ledger that is completely open to anyone. They have an interesting property. Once some data has been recorded inside a blockchain, it becomes very difficult to change it. So how does that work? Well, let's take a closer look at a block. Each block contains some data, the hash of the block, and the hash of the previous block. The data that is stored inside a block depends on the type of blockchain. The Bitcoin blockchain, for example, stores the details about a transaction in here, such as the sender, receiver, and the amount of coins. A block also has a hash. You can compare a hash to a fingerprint. It identifies a block and all of its contents, and it's always unique, just as a fingerprint. Once a block is created, its hash is being calculated. Changing something inside the block will cause the hash to change. So in other words, hashes are very useful when you want to detect changes to blocks. If the fingerprint of a block changes, it no longer is the same block. The third element inside each block is the hash of the previous block. And this effectively creates a chain of blocks, and it's this technique that makes a blockchain so secure. Let's take an example. Here we have a chain of 3 blocks. As you can see, each block has a hash and the hash of the previous block. So block number 3 points to block number 2, and number 2 points to number 1. Now the first block is a bit special. It cannot point to previous blocks because, well, it's the first one. We call this block the genesis block. Now let's say that you tamper with the second block. This causes the hash of the block to change as well. In turn, that will make block 3 and all following blocks invalid because they no longer store a valid hash of the previous block. So changing a single block will make all following blocks invalid. But using hashes is not enough to prevent tampering. Computers these days are very fast and can calculate hundreds of thousands of hashes per second. You could effectively tamper with a block and recalculate all the hashes of other blocks to make your blockchain valid again. So to mitigate this, blockchains have something that is called proof of work. It's a mechanism that slows down the creation of new blocks. In Bitcoin's case, it takes about 10 minutes to calculate the required proof of work and add a new block to the chain. This mechanism makes it very hard to tamper with the blocks because if you tamper with one block, you'll need to recalculate the proof of work for all the following blocks. So the security of a blockchain comes from its creative use of hashing and the proof of work mechanism. But there is one more way that blockchains secure themselves, and that is by being distributed. Instead of using a central entity to manage the chain, blockchains use a peer-to-peer network and everyone is allowed to join. When someone joins this network, he gets a full copy of the blockchain. The node can use this to verify that everything is still in order. Now, let's see what happens when someone creates a new block. That block is sent to everyone on the network. Each node then verifies the block to make sure that it hasn't been tampered with. And if everything checks out, each node adds this block to their own blockchain. All the nodes in this network create consensus. They agree about what blocks are valid and which aren't. Blocks that are tampered with will be rejected by other nodes in the network. So to successfully tamper with a blockchain, you'll need to tamper with all the blocks on the chain, redo the proof of work for each block, and take control of more than 50% of the peer-to-peer network. Only then will your tampered block become accepted by everyone else. So this is almost impossible to do. Blockchains are also constantly evolving. One of the most recent developments is the creation of smart contracts. These contracts are simple programs that are stored on the blockchain and can be used to automatically exchange coins based on certain conditions. More on smart contracts in a later video. The creation of blockchain technology piqued a lot of people's interest. Soon others realized that this technology could be used for other things, like storing medical records, creating a digital notary, or even collecting taxes. So now you know what a blockchain is, how it works on a basic level, and what problems it solves. Want to learn how you can implement a simple blockchain in JavaScript? Then check out this video here. And as always, thank you very much for watching.
So I hope now you have understood at least some part of it. Hello? Yes, everyone? Now that video was audible, right? Let's say audio was clear, right? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
No, I'm
Yes,
not.
sir,
Your
it
video
was
is
clear.
also audible,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, video.
Yeah, even video was audible. Thank
Okay,
you so
okay.
much.
Thank you. So let's go ahead. Now, cryptocurrency in India. Let's come to Indian counterpart. Okay, it has faced a lot of ups and downs. Okay, a lot of ups and downs about which we are going to talk. Today in the morning, let's say I just checked what is the value of Bitcoin. One Bitcoin in INR, Indian rupees, and to your surprise, it was one Bitcoin, okay, was worth of rupees 24,76,361.36. Just imagine that was a value of Bitcoin in comparison to INR. Okay, in the morning only I checked. Okay, so crypto exchanges were operational in India since 2013. Okay, but in April 2018, RBI did freeze the crypto industry from the banking system. Okay, so RBI was not ready for that. Okay, they saw it as a like a kind of a it's a dushman hai now. Let's say banking system ka. It was like that competitor, whatever you call it, rival, whatever. So the crypto exchanges, okay, RBI denied the banking access to crypto ecosystem, which was indirect ban. RBI never put the direct ban. Okay, it was an indirect ban that they asked banking system not to give access to crypto exchanges. Okay, because finally people are going to invest their rupees in that particular part. Let's say bitcoins or cryptocurrency. So matter went to the court, okay, Supreme Court. The hearing started in January 2020, okay, and see it is difficult. Just imagine that to fight case against RBI, the all crypto exchanges, okay, they went to Supreme Court, approached Supreme Court against this particular indirect ban, and Supreme Court found it disproportionate. This ban as a disproportionate. And what was how they pleaded in the Supreme Court? They said that even normal banking system fails. Okay, scam happens in banking systems. Okay, so what is different than the normal banking system and the crypto exchanges? Okay, and that is why Supreme Court found that indirect ban is disproportionate, and they said under Article 19(1)(g) of Constitution of India, everyone has a right to conduct any lawful business. Government never declared it as a unlawful or illegal activity. Mind well, though government was in a mood to do that, okay, way back in 2018. But let me share with you, friends, a latest development. Latest means how latest? It has come, the news has come on 25th of Jan 2021. So today is 31st Jan, 25th Jan. See, in the latest decision taken by government on 25th January 2021, government is going to put ban on all cryptocurrency, okay, and introduce its own digital currency. Government of India is going to introduce its own digital currency. So they have also understood the importance of this cryptocurrency, and for which very soon bill will be presented in the parliament. Okay, that means there will be another legal battle between crypto exchanges in India and central government, because they are saying not bound by any rule. Okay, so you can't put ban on us. Okay, another litigation soon to come. Okay, so this is what has happened. But as I talked about crypto exchanges, let me show you about let's say this slide or this photo will give you idea about. We have one crypto exchange, the leading crypto exchange in India, CoinSwitch Kuber app. Okay, you can see here Indian rupee, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash, whatever. Okay, it is safe in nature. It has a good features that if somebody really wants to trade or let's say deal in Bitcoins or cryptocurrency, it asks for KYC details, okay, like Aadhaar, PAN, okay. It has, let's say, safety features are also good, okay. And you can start, see, just see, buy and sell, trade hundreds of cryptocurrencies instantly with INR. And the minimum beginning, you can start with 100 rupees also. Anytime you can withdraw that in INR, okay. Please don't misunderstand that I am endorsing CoinSwitch Kuber or something like that. Just to make you aware that this is what is happening in India, okay, that let's say cryptocurrency, it has a future and it is going to remain here. if not say Bitcoin, but maybe as we have just now seen, the government is going to introduce its own digital currency. Okay. Understand, students, the Bitcoin has its own problems. Okay. Because it is very volatile in nature. See, okay, it has gone sky high, but when particular investment goes sky high, it comes down also rapidly. That is a basic rule. Why? And always remember which money you should invest in cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, which you can afford to lose. Let me repeat: you should invest only such money which you can afford to use. Don't do it like that. बैंक से लोन लेके Bitcoin में मत डालो. Okay, because it's a very volatile. Why it is volatile? There is no underlying asset. See, when you invest in gold, the underlying asset is gold. Okay, or you invest in real estate, that real estate is an underlying asset. Here there is nothing. Okay, so that is why let's say it has some issues. Okay, and that is why it is still considered as a niche product and not, it has social acceptance, it has not received social acceptance as such, which will happen perhaps future. Okay, but the concerns over Bitcoin are very serious. Which are they? The Bitcoin or cryptocurrency is basically used in dark web. All of you must be aware about this concept of dark web. Okay, and in dark web it is used for what? See this, and that is a more dangerous thing. It is used for payment, in drug deals, used in illegal arm deal, and in bribing, say, bureaucrats or even leaders. And even the last thing is, it is used for money laundering purpose also. And because everything is in digital platform, not bound by any particular country's regulation, it becomes difficult for law enforcement agencies to tap it also. And these are the serious allegations against Bitcoin. Let me tell you about that. Okay. Now coming to allegations in Indian context. Okay. Bitcoin scam in India. Amit Bharadwaj, you can search about him also. Amit Bharadwaj started his own cryptocurrency named as Gain Bitcoin. Okay. Allegedly, he cheated people with 2,000 crores. Just imagine, he ran away, but again, somehow he claimed that he has a mining farms. I told you already what do you mean by mining farms, and promised returns to the investors. Okay, he was arrested in April 2018. Then he got bail also, but matter is sub judice under court. So if you want to see who is this, this is the fellow. Okay, so again, because of such scams, there is a doubt in people's mind that what about Bitcoin? Should I invest or not? Because of all such things. Okay, um, it is like that scenario is changing. Students. And let's say to what extent? I will tell you. The PayPal, you must have PayPal, which is the largest payment gateway in the world. They have introduced a feature for cryptocurrency, okay, in their app. JP Morgan head, he famously said that let's say Bitcoin is nothing but a fraud, but they have opened corporate accounts, okay, for crypto or Bitcoin exchanges. Okay, so scenario is changing, but it has not changed to that extent that tomorrow you go to your next door shop for purchasing eggs or bread or grocery, and you will make payment and in Bitcoin. But the day is not far, let's say, and perhaps this will happen. Okay, so this is about Bitcoin. Now let me switch to my second chapter. I hope I could give justice topic in the limited time. Now let us go to our next topic, that is Ponzi scheme. Now what is Ponzi scheme? Understand? When we travel in local transport, or just why about the local transport, even on social media we get such advertisements that double your money in 3 months or triple your money in 3 months, or get 5 people to join our network and you will get the loyalty bonus and everything like that. Even in my introductory video, let's say, which let's say the organizers have shared, I've said that. Okay, and people get caught in that web. Okay, and they lose their money. This is nothing but called as, let's say, Ponzi schemes. Okay, or even they are called as you can see in this picture also, the pyramid schemes. And one day this pyramid collapses. Okay, and then what happens? Let's see. Okay, now first of all, before we start with Ponzi schemes, we need to have knowledge of some basic concepts. Okay, there are two methods of getting something from others illegally. One is robbery, other is fraud. Okay, what is robbery? All of you are aware. Let's say by showing, say at gunpoint, that fellow asks you, or by showing you knife or something like that, he robs. But in robbery, what is involved is the physical force. Mind well, physical force is involved. Fraud is not such. Okay, what is fraud? Understand? Fraud in the broadest sense, okay, a fraud is a deception made for a personal gain. You get deceived by that person. Okay, that person deceives you. So the word deception, as you can see, I have deliberately put up in italics. Okay, for personal gain. Now how? Okay, so fraud is a deception which includes what? A representation about a material point which is a false, and intentionally which is believed and acted upon by the victim to the victim's damage. I'll give you a simple example, not a very big example. You can search about fraud examples on the internet. Okay, suppose you are going to your college or your office, okay, or something, and the person you know, he meets you and he says that near railway station, I have started my new boutique in our market, okay, and we sell clothes of latest design style, and we sell only branded clothes, okay. And in the evening you feel like, okay, I know that fellow, let me go to his shop. Now understand, he made a representation that I sell only branded clothes. You go to his shop and ask him to show a branded jeans. So that is a material point. You are looking for only branded jeans, and he is aware that what he is selling is not a branded one. Now if you come to Mumbai, okay, we have a shopping uh, let's say linking road or such areas where you get a lot of ready-made garments. And suppose he asks for a Levi's jeans, you'll see on the back side the Levi's spelling is little different than the original one. Okay, so the seller is aware what he's selling is not the original one, which is false, and intentionally he says that yes, it's a original Levi's jeans, okay, which is believed and acted upon by the victim, and he purchases that under impression that what you're selling is a real original Levi's jeans, branded one, and to the victim's damage, personal gain is earned. So it's a very simple example to explain what is fraud, because what is important is the intention. Okay, now when we talk about Ponzi schemes, okay, first let us understand from where this term Ponzi has come. Is it based on a particular person, or how this concept evolved? Okay, it is evolved on the name of Mr. Charles Ponzi, born in Italy, but he did his business in USA. Okay, as you can see here, he is that fellow. Okay, let us understand what he did and why it is called as Ponzi scheme in the next slide. Okay, again I'm showing you, just wait, again I'm going to show you one small video, very small video, and now it is, I guess it will be audible. Just let me know in chat box if it is not audible. Okay,
The Ponzi scheme is notorious in the subject of scams and ripping people off.
I hope audible. I hope audible. Yes, video is audible. Hello. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Now let's continue.
How did Charles Ponzi, the man whose name the scheme bears, come up with this idea and orchestrate it? But first, let's get something straight. The Ponzi scheme is not exactly Ponzi's scheme. In the 1880s, when Ponzi was just a kid in Italy, Boston's Sarah Howe used the tactic to embezzle money from ladies-only bank accounts. The scheme was also mentioned in the works of Charles Dickens in the 1840s. Either way, how did Ponzi's scheme begin? Originally, the plan was totally legitimate. No funny business whatsoever. One day he received a letter from Spain, when he noticed something he'd never seen before: a postal reply coupon. When letters are sent internationally, a coupon can be attached which pays for the postage of a return letter. The interesting thing is that the prices for these coupons are different in each country. Ponzi's idea was to take advantage of cheaper postal rates in certain countries by selling them at a higher price in another. This is what's known as arbitrage, buying something in one market and selling it immediately for more in another. With Ponzi offering to double investors' money in 3 months, investors came in numbers. When investment returns were paid, most people simply reinvested it to maximize their gains. Many people noticed the great returns and even mortgaged their homes to invest. But Ponzi knew something the investors didn't. His original business plan was almost impossible. To transport these coupons from Europe to North America in sufficient amounts to make a profit would require Titanic-sized ships. A few thousand coupons would have to be bought, transported, and sold just to satisfy one investor. So Ponzi did the only rational thing for a swindler to do: keep the information to himself. Pretend that the business is going great, while all of the returns to the investors are simply coming from new investors being brought in. That is a one-sentence definition of a Ponzi scheme. You're essentially robbing Peter to pay Paul. At one point, Ponzi was making $1 million a day and led a luxurious lifestyle. He even bought a macaroni company and planned to buy other companies in hopes of being able to repay the investors of his scheme to maintain his lavish lifestyle. Like all Ponzi or pyramid schemes, it eventually collapsed. Because Ponzi's company was in control of millions, its eventual end caused a number of banks to collapse alongside it. It's important to realize that Ponzi promised a 100% return in 90 days, when most banks offered less than 5% for a whole year. That goes to show that if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And until next time, thanks for watching.
So, as they have said that it is to pay Peter, rob Paul. Okay. Now, in this one picture, you can understand what is Ponzi scheme and how you can, safeguard yourself from, let's say, or what are the safety measures. Okay. An investment scheme that lures new investors by offering unusually high payouts, which is not normal. Okay, then the older investors get payout when the new investors are introduced. Okay, the investors receive payout to encourage investors to invest. So you tell others, "Arey, mujhe itna paisa mila." So then you also do that. Okay, so that is the case. Okay, then the next thing is understand. The scheme collapses and everyone loses their money. Okay, and it becomes like, let's say, then they can't pay to the people, okay, the old investors, because new investors are not joining. Okay, so this is the thing about the Ponzi scheme. Okay, and now another feature, see, when banks are offering 5% and you're offering 30%, okay, you should immediately understand that there is something wrong with this scheme. What you should do, you should ask them how long you have been in the investment business, what are your qualifications, are you registered with the regulatory authority, okay, am I supposed to introduce new investors, then only I'm going to get returns. You should always keep check on this, otherwise definitely one day or the other you're going to lose your money. Okay, I'm going to share the entire PPT with the organizers, so everyone can get benefit out of it. Okay, so these are the basic do's and don'ts. You have to ask them, am I supposed to introduce new investors? If yes, don't invest. Don't invest, because it happens that you go to SBI and you want to open account, they say, no, please bring 2 more people, then only we'll allow you. No. Okay, so these are the do's and don'ts. Okay, now let us go for two case studies. Okay, one is a local case and another is a national case. Okay, local case, as you can read here, Ponzi scheme carried on by college peon in Mumbai. Okay, of course, I will not share you the exact details. Okay, which college and who did that, not correct also, but I'll tell you. In one college, it happened that, and it happened in Mumbai. I know it very well because few of my friends, they lost their money. One peon who was very senior most peon, he was running this kind of a chit fund, or in local terms, it is called as Bishi in Marathi or BC in Hindi. Okay, even you must be aware. And he was running that for not 1 year 2 years but for almost 20 years, mind well, 20 years. Okay, and non-teaching staff from that particular college, peons, clerks, okay, they were making investment in his scheme. Okay, then few teachers were investing their money in that scheme. Okay, and one day it happened that he just said that I can't pay your money. I can't pay your money. Until that time, that peon's total fund of that particular scheme was 1 crore rupees. 1 crore. Mind well, just imagine a peon in a college and nobody could do anything. Reason, there was nothing in writing. I asked few people that why literate people like you, let's say clerks or even the teachers, okay, in college, I asked them that because I teach corporate law and let's say mercantile law also, few of them asked me that what we can do. I said, is there anything in writing? There was nothing in writing. I asked them why you felt like investing in that scheme. They said the return was on our deposit 2% per month. 2% per month means 24% per annum. Which bank gives you 24%? Which fixed deposit gives you 24%? Nowhere else such a high return. And if you take loan from him, it was a 3% per month. That is 36% per annum. Okay, whenever we are in requirement, we never get salary on time, so we used to go to him, and like that people lost money. One accountancy professor, I'm sorry to say this, but one accountancy professor lost entire retirement fund. He lost 16 lakhs in that fund. Okay, so this was another point. Nothing could be done. Nobody went to police station to register because that money which they earned in 20 years was never shown in income tax also, because first inquiry उनका ही होता था कि तुम लोगों ने क्या किया, तुम लोगों ने भी 20 साल बहुत पैसा कमाया. Are you getting me? So this is one scheme. The another thing is national, at national level, Sahara scam. If you Google, you will get n number of such stories. But what I felt, and let me advise you, because your generation, the young generation, you keep on watching new web series on Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hotstar. There is one web series on Netflix, I would suggest, Bad Boys Billionaire. Okay, perhaps few of you must have seen that. Only 3 episodes of 1 hour each. First is on Vijay Mallya, second is on Nirav Modi, and third one Sahara Shri Subroto Roy. Please watch it. It's my sincere request to all of you, and you will understand. Though I'm going to show you one video, but you'll understand in detail how it was a Ponzi scheme. It's my recommendation of you. Let me show you this video, okay? And you will definitely understand what happened rather than me explaining. Okay.
Subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to get notifications about new videos.
आज हम सहारा स्कैम, जो पिछले कुछ सालों से काफ़ी चर्चा में है, उसके बारे में बात करेंगे। जब कोई कंपनी पहली बार स्टॉक मार्केट के जरिए पब्लिक से पैसा उठाती है तो उसे आईपीओ यानी इनिशियल पब्लिक ऑफरिंग कहते हैं। और आईपीओ लाने से पहले कंपनी को सेबी, जो कि कैपिटल मार्केट रेगुलेटर है, उससे अप्रूवल लेना होता है, जिसके लिए कंपनी को सेबी के पास DRHP यानी ड्राफ्ट रेड हेरिंग प्रोस्पेक्टस सबमिट करना होता है। DRHP एक तरह से कंपनी का पूरा बायोडेटा होता है, जिसमें कंपनी की लगभग सारी डिटेल्स होती हैं, जैसे कि प्रमोटर्स और मैनेजमेंट की डिटेल्स, कंपनी का पास्ट परफॉर्मेंस, उस ग्रुप की बाकी कंपनीज के फाइनेंशियल डिटेल्स, कंपनी को किस लिए फंड की ज़रूरत है, इस तरह और भी कई सारे डिटेल्स DRHP में होते हैं। सेबी DRHP का डिटेल एनालिसिस करती है और सारा डेटा एनालाइज करने के बाद सेबी उस कंपनी के IPO को अप्रूव करना है या नहीं ये डिसाइड करती है। 30 सितंबर 2009 को सहारा ग्रुप की एक कंपनी सहारा प्राइम सिटी ने अपने IPO के लिए सेबी के साथ DRHP फाइल की। DRHP एनालाइज करते वक्त सेबी को सहारा ग्रुप की दो कंपनीज सहारा इंडिया रियल एस्टेट कॉरपोरेशन दैट इज SIRECL और सहारा हाउसिंग इन्वेस्टमेंट कॉरपोरेशन दैट इज SHICL के फंड रेज करने की प्रोसेस में कुछ गड़बड़ लगी। इसी दौरान 25 दिसंबर 2009 और 4 जनवरी 2010 को सेबी को इन दो कंपनीज के खिलाफ कंप्लेंट्स मिली, जिसमें लिखा था कि सहारा ग्रुप की ये दो कंपनीज गलत तरीके से OFCDs इशू करके फंड रेज कर रहे हैं। इन दो कंप्लेंट्स की वजह से सेबी का शक सही साबित हुआ और सेबी ने इन दो कंपनीज पर अपना इन्वेस्टिगेशन शुरू किया और सहारा ग्रुप को इस फंड रेजिंग का क्लैरिफिकेशन मांगा। तब सेबी को पता चला कि SIRECL और SHICL ने करीब 2 से 2.5 करोड़ इन्वेस्टर्स से 24,000 करोड़ रुपए उठाए हैं। सहारा ग्रुप पर शुरुआत से ही आरोप थे कि जो फंड इन दो कंपनीज ने उठाया था उस प्रोसेस में कोई ट्रांसपेरेंसी नहीं थी और कहां पर वो फंड यूज किया गया उस पर भी कोई ट्रांसपेरेंसी नहीं थी। SIRECL और SHICL ने ये सारे पैसे OFCD यानी ऑप्शनली फुल्ली कन्वर्टेबल डिबेंचर्स के जरिए उठाए थे। डिबेंचर एक डेट इंस्ट्रूमेंट है जिसका यूज करके कंपनीज लोगों से पैसा बोरो यानी उधार लेती है और बदले में उन्हें इंटरेस्ट देती है। OFCD डिबेंचर का ही एक टाइप है जिसमें OFCD होल्डर्स अगर वो चाहे तो अपने OFCD इक्विटी में कन्वर्ट करके कंपनी के शेयर होल्डर्स बन सकते हैं, यानी उनके पास कुछ स्पेसिफिक टाइम पीरियड के बाद अपने डिबेंचर्स को इक्विटी में कन्वर्ट करने का ऑप्शन होता है। जब किसी कंपनी को अपने OFCD 50 से कम लोगों को इशू करने होते हैं तब उन्हें ROC दैट इज रजिस्ट्रार ऑफ कंपनी से परमिशन लेनी होती है, और जब कंपनी को 50 या 50 से ज़्यादा लोगों को OFCD इशू करने होते हैं तब उन्हें सेबी से परमिशन लेनी होती है। SIRECL और SHICL ने सेबी की परमिशन के बिना करीब 2 से 2.5 करोड़ लोगों को अपने OFCDs इशू किए थे। कंपनी को 6 हफ्तों के अंदर ही OFCDs के जरिए फंड रेज करने की प्रोसेस पूरी करनी होती है, पर यहाँ पर SIRECL और SHICL 2 साल से ज़्यादा टाइम से लगातार OFCDs के जरिए फंड रेज कर रहे थे। इन इलीगल एक्टिविटीज़ के चलते सेबी ने SIRECL और SHICL पर OFCDs के जरिए फंड रेज करने पर पाबंदी लगा दी और सहारा ग्रुप को इन्वेस्टर्स के पैसे 15% इंटरेस्ट के साथ रिटर्न करने का ऑर्डर दिया। सेबी की इस ऑर्डर को सहारा ग्रुप ने इलाहाबाद हाई कोर्ट में चैलेंज किया और दिसंबर 2010 में इलाहाबाद हाई कोर्ट ने सेबी के ऑर्डर पर रोक लगा दी। अप्रैल 2011 में इलाहाबाद हाई कोर्ट ने यह रोक हटा दी, जिसके बाद सहारा ग्रुप ने सुप्रीम कोर्ट में अपील की। फिर सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने सहारा ग्रुप को सैट यानी सिक्योरिटीज अपीलेट ट्रिब्यूनल को अप्रोच करने के लिए कहा। सैट ने सेबी के ऑर्डर्स को सही मानते हुए सहारा ग्रुप को इन्वेस्टर्स के पैसे 15% इंटरेस्ट के साथ रिटर्न करने के लिए कहा। सैट की इस ऑर्डर को भी सहारा ग्रुप ने सुप्रीम कोर्ट में चैलेंज किया। सहारा ग्रुप का कहना था कि SIRECL और SHICL का OFCD इशू पब्लिक इशू नहीं था, वो एक प्राइवेट प्लेसमेंट थी जो सहारा ग्रुप से जुड़े लोगों के लिए थी, और SIRECL और SHICL ये दोनों भी अनलिस्टेड कंपनीज है, इसीलिए ये केस सेबी के अधिकार क्षेत्र में नहीं आती है। इस पर सेबी ने कहा था कि OFCDs के प्राइवेट प्लेसमेंट में 50 से कम इन्वेस्टर से पैसा रेज किया जाता है, और SIRECL और SHICL ने 50 से ज़्यादा लोगों से OFCDs के जरिए फंड रेज किया है, जिसके लिए सेबी की परमिशन लेना मैंडेटरी है, जो उन्होंने नहीं ली थी। जब OFCD 50 या 50 से ज़्यादा इन्वेस्टर्स को इशू किया जाता है तब वो पब्लिक इशू बन जाता है और सेबी के अंडर आता है। सेबी के तब के बोर्ड मेंबर डॉक्टर KM अब्राहम, जिन्होंने ये केस इन्वेस्टिगेट किया था, उन्होंने SIRECL और SHICL के 4 रैंडम OFCD होल्डर्स का वेरिफिकेशन किया तो उनको पता चला कि उनमें से 2 इन्वेस्टर्स तो है ही नहीं और बाकी दोनों का सहारा ग्रुप से दूर दूर तक कोई लेना देना नहीं है, जिस पर सेबी ने कोर्ट को बताया था कि शायद SIRECL और SHICL फिक्टिशियस इन्वेस्टर्स के नाम पर मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग कर रहे हैं। सेबी ने यह भी कहा था कि सिक्योरिटीज एक्ट के अनुसार OFCD एक सिक्योरिटी है और इसीलिए OFCD सेबी के जुरिस्डिक्शन में आती है। इस तरह सेबी ने प्रूव करके दिखाया कि ये केस उनके ही जुरिस्डिक्शन में आती है। अगस्त 2012 में सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने SIRECL और SHICL पर जो आरोप थे उनको सही मानते हुए सहारा को उन OFCD होल्डर्स का पूरा पैसा 15% इंटरेस्ट के साथ 3 महीनों के अंदर सेबी के पास डिपॉजिट करने के लिए कहा और साथ ही अपने सारे OFCD होल्डर्स के डिटेल्स सेबी के पास सबमिट करने के लिए कहा, ताकि सेबी उन पैसों को इन्वेस्टर्स तक पहुंचा सके। जिसके बाद सहारा ग्रुप ने करीब 127 ट्रक्स भर के OFCD होल्डर्स के डिटेल्स सेबी को भेजे थे। जिनमें से कुछ ट्रक्स डेडलाइन खत्म होने के बाद आने की वजह से सेबी ने उन्हें रिजेक्ट कर दिया था। उन डॉक्यूमेंट्स का इन्वेस्टिगेशन करने के बाद सेबी को पता चला कि सहारा ग्रुप ने इन्वेस्टर्स के जो डिटेल्स भेजे हैं उनमें इन्वेस्टर्स के प्रॉपर डिटेल्स नहीं हैं। इसीलिए सेबी ने कोर्ट से कहा था कि उन्हें ये मामला मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग का भी लग रहा है। कोर्ट को भी ओएफसीडी होल्डर्स की इन्फॉर्मेशन अनरियलिस्टिक और झूठी लगी, जिसमें इन्वेस्टर्स के नाम और पते आधे अधूरे लिखे थे और उनके एजेंट्स के डिटेल्स भी अधूरे थे। सहारा ग्रुप ने इन्वेस्टर्स के पैसे 15% इंटरेस्ट के साथ 3 महीने के अंदर सेबी के पास डिपॉजिट नहीं किए थे, जिसके बाद सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने सहारा को 3 इंस्टॉलमेंट्स में पैसे डिपॉजिट करने के लिए कहा। सहारा ग्रुप ने 5,120 करोड़ का पहला इंस्टॉलमेंट सेबी के पास डिपॉजिट किया, पर बाकी 2 इंस्टॉलमेंट्स को उन्होंने डेडलाइन तक डिपॉजिट नहीं किया था और कहने लगे थे कि सहारा ग्रुप ने पहले ही बाकी इन्वेस्टर्स के पैसे उन्हें रिटर्न कर दिए हैं। लगभग 2 से 2.5 करोड़ इन्वेस्टर्स में से सिर्फ 4,600 इन्वेस्टर्स अपना पैसा क्लेम करने के लिए सामने आए थे, जिस पर सहारा ग्रुप ने कहा था कि इन्वेस्टर्स इसलिए पैसा क्लेम करने के लिए नहीं आ रहे हैं क्योंकि हमने उनके पैसे रिटर्न कर दिए हैं, जिस पर कोर्ट ने सहारा ग्रुप से इन्वेस्टर्स को पैसे रिटर्न किए जाने का प्रूफ मांगा और इन्वेस्टर्स को रिटर्न करने के लिए उनके पास जो पैसे आए उनका सोर्स पूछा। लेकिन सहारा ग्रुप ने पैसे रिटर्न करने के कोई प्रूफ या एविडेंसेस नहीं दिए और पैसों के सोर्स के बारे में भी कोई क्लैरिफिकेशन नहीं दिया, जिसके बाद सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा था कि उन्हें यह पूरा मामला डबिशियस और क्वेश्चनेबल लग रहा है। सेबी और कोर्ट दोनों ने भी इसमें मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग की आशंका जताई थी। कोर्ट को लगता है कि इस केस में ज़्यादातर इन्वेस्टर्स रूरल एरियाज से हो सकते हैं जिन्हें ओएफसीडीज के बारे में ज़्यादा जानकारी नहीं है, या सहारा ने फिक्टिशियस इन्वेस्टर्स के नाम पर मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग की है। सहारा ग्रुप ने दूसरी और तीसरी इंस्टॉलमेंट डेडलाइन तक सेबी के पास डिपॉजिट नहीं की और उसके बाद सेबी ने उनके बैंक अकाउंट्स को फ्रीज करना और उनकी प्रॉपर्टीज़ को अटैच करना शुरू किया। बाद में 26 फरवरी 2014 को सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने सहारा ग्रुप के चेयरमैन सुब्रतो रॉय को अरेस्ट करने के ऑर्डर्स दिए और बाद में 28 फरवरी 2014 को सुब्रतो रॉय को अरेस्ट किया गया। सुब्रतो रॉय के साथ ही कंपनी के 2 और डायरेक्टर्स को भी जेल भेजा गया। नवंबर 2014 में ईडी दैट इज इन्फोर्समेंट डायरेक्टरेट ने सहारा ग्रुप पर मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग की केस लगा दी, जिसकी इंक्वायरी अभी चल रही है। ये पहली बार नहीं है, इससे पहले भी सहारा ग्रुप ने रेगुलेशंस तोड़े हैं। 2007-2008 में आरबीआई ने सहारा ग्रुप की एक कंपनी सहारा इंडिया फाइनेंशियल कॉरपोरेशन को अनएथिकल एक्टिविटीज़ करते हुए पकड़ा था और उनको फ्रेश डिपॉजिट्स रेज करने से मना कर दिया था। सहारा ग्रुप को लगातार फंड की ज़रूरत पड़ती आ रही है और आरबीआई ने एक्शन लेने के बाद उन्होंने ओएफसीडी रूट के जरिए फंड रेज करना शुरू किया। इस केस में एक ताज्जुब की बात यह भी थी कि जब SIRECL और SHICL को रजिस्ट्रार ऑफ कंपनीज से ओएफसीडीज के जरिए फंड रेज करने का अप्रूवल मिला, तब इन 2 कंपनीज की नेटवर्थ 50 लाख से भी कम थी। फिर भी SIRECL और SHICL के ओएफसीडीज के जरिए 20-20 हज़ार करोड़ रुपए रेज करने के प्लान को ROC से मंजूरी मिली। सेबी अब तक सिर्फ 85.03 करोड़ रुपए ही इन्वेस्टर्स को रिटर्न कर पाई है। सेबी के कुछ ऑफिशियल्स ने नॉर्थ और नॉर्थ ईस्ट के कुछ रूरल एरियाज में और छोटे मोटे शहरों में जाकर भी इन्वेस्टर्स को ढूंढने की कोशिश की, पर उनकी कोशिश नाकाम रही। एक समय सहारा ग्रुप इंडियन रेलवे के बाद इंडिया का लार्जेस्ट एम्प्लॉयर था। अगर आपको स्टॉक
So at the end, I would like to say that what is Ponzi scheme? You can see in this GIF that they lure you to get more money. Okay. And what happens is in front of you. Okay. Thank you. Hello. So now any questions? Hello. Yes, madam. Pooja, madam. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now I request to Mehula ma'am. Sir, question session रखना है students के लिए?
Yes, yes. If there are some questions, definitely.
Okay.
Because I thought it is delayed, so that is why I asked. Let's see.
Okay.
If any questions are there, you can ask. Otherwise, because we started little late, right?
Right, sir.
Yeah. Whatever.
Okay.
Your choice. Your choice.
Okay. If you have any doubt, you can ask. You can make unmute yourself or drop a message on chat box.
Sir, where sir cryptocurrency make money, sir?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you properly. Can you repeat, please?
Sir, where sir cryptocurrency made money from like share market? Where he invest our money, sir?
It is
Cryptocurrency.
not. No. First of all, understand. They don't invest anywhere. They don't make an investment anywhere. Like in that blockchain video, okay, the miner has to mine that coin. Okay. So then when you invest, so first of all, assume that in our example, which I gave you, that Anushka Sharma was supposed to get money from Aditya Chopra. So first of all, he has to, like on these exchanges like CoinSwitch and everything like that, okay, he has to use Indian currency, okay, and then convert it into cryptocurrency, and then he will say that, okay, I want to transfer. It is not so that again cryptocurrency gets invested anywhere. That is what I said. There is no underlying asset. Do you remember that? There is no
Yes, sir.
underlying asset. Okay. So that those coins need to be mined by the miners, and that is why they are limited in nature. Understood?
Yes,
Hello,
sir.
Akshay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Sir, second question is that sir, that Ponzi scheme, sir. How many examples are there, sir?
Many examples. You just Google, you just say Ponzi scheme, you will get n number of examples. One prominent example I will share with you. See, because of paucity of time, I could not share much more examples. Okay. Sharda Cheat Fund. You Google on Sharda Cheat Fund, which happened in West Bengal and Eastern and Northeast India. Okay. It is again one prominent Ponzi scheme which happened in India. Okay. So you can read about it. You can Google about it. Okay. That is after Sahara. But as I said, I recommended you all because you are all young generation students, and watch rather than normal TV web series, right? So watch that Bad Boys Billionaire web series. Okay. I guess there is something in chat box also. Let me check that. CoinSwitch Kuber cryptocurrency trading is safe to start. Can we trust? Safe, I guess, Siddhant, you mean to say safe to. Of course, as I said in the beginning, that see, it asks for KYC documents. So it asks for your PAN, it asks for your say Aadhaar card also, and anytime you can withdraw your money also. But as I said, don't misunderstand that I want to endorse them or something like that. There are other crypto exchanges also, but this is something I found little safer or more safer, I would say. It is safe. Okay. Yes. Yes, Siddhant, I guess I have answered your question. Anything else? Anything else, students? Any other question?
Student, if you have question, you can ask, please.
I guess as I said in the beginning of my session, all of them are waiting for this Sunday evening. I was in between that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I request to Miss Mehula ma'am to give a vote of thanks. Mehula ma'am, are you there?
I would like to take this opportunity to thank
Ma'am, please speak louder.
I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of Priyadarshini Management Institute to thank Mr. and Dr. C.A. Amey Tanawade for giving us such interesting facts on Bitcoin and the Ponzi scheme, which is entirely new to us. And also, I would like to thank our HOD, the HOD of Priyadarshini Institute Management Studies, for collaborating with Dr. Mukul Burghate, who has been a driving force behind this entire webinar of such knowledgeable and insightful topics. And thank you all. Thank you to all the participants as well, to all our students who have been actively posing questions and exchanging ideas and discussion with our respectable guest speakers and resource persons. Thank you, everyone.
Uh, just one moment, madam, if I'm allowed to speak. Hello?
Yes, sir, you
Yes, sir.
can.
Because there is one question from Aman that
Okay.
I just wanted to know, is it smart to invest in Bitcoin? As I said, you not only need to be smart, but you need to be wise also, because as I said, there is no underlying asset. Okay. I'll just tell you one example and then I will end my session because I guess something more. One person in UK, okay, he invested in Bitcoins. And as I said, you cannot store Bitcoins in your wallet, but it has to be either in Drive or in computer or in cloud. And he had at that particular point of time 7,500 Bitcoins. Okay. And unfortunately something went wrong and he threw hard drive. It was in hard drive, hard disk, okay, in the garbage, and he lost it. And later on, he realized what he did. Okay, that it was stored in that garbage. Okay, he even applied to London municipality that please allow me to go to that place where you process the garbage so I can find, because later on when he by the time he realized that he has thrown that hard disk which contains 7,500 bitcoins, the value turned out to be 100 millions. So I guess I have answered your question that you can.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes,
I just
yes,
want to add a thing. Does Bill
yes.
Gates buy Bitcoin, sir?
Sorry, sorry.
Does Bill Gates buy Bitcoin?
I'm not aware. I'm not aware. You need.
Because he is the richest man, sir. So
No, no. I don't know. You need to send email to him. Okay.
okay, sir.
Yes.
Thanks
Okay.
a lot.
And yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. And perhaps the currency will get replaced. India is, let's say, government is in a process of introducing digital currency. Let's see. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Once again, thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Okay.
I'm requesting to all of you, please join the Telegram group. You will get the link of the exit test from there. This exit tag is for all the participants. So please try to get that link and all the best for your exam. So have a nice day. Here I ended all the meeting.